The silence does not arrive suddenly, it seeps into the world like a shadow stretching longer than it should. In the middle of a busy intersection, sound begins to thin, engines hum softer, footsteps lose rhythm, voices stretch into echoes that never quite finish. People keep moving, unaware that something fundamental has shifted. Reality is not stopping, but it is hesitating, as if uncertain about its next step. This is the kind of silence that exists between seconds, where time briefly forgets how to move forward. A woman drops her phone, watching it fall in slow motion for just a fraction longer than physics should allow. Her heart races, but her mind cannot explain why. Around her, shadows appear slightly delayed, as if they are struggling to keep up with their owners. The universe is compensating, correcting micro-errors caused by something it removed too forcefully. These are not glitches meant to be seen, they are scars leaking through the surface of reality. Traffic lights freeze on yellow, holding the world in a permanent state of caution. Birds stop mid-flight, wings trembling against invisible resistance before snapping forward again. The pause lasts less than a heartbeat, but its impact ripples outward. Somewhere beyond human perception, massive forces realign themselves, rewriting equations that once included a variable now missing. The universe remembers something the people do not. In control rooms across the globe, systems register impossible readings, spikes in background radiation, gravitational inconsistencies, temporal drift measured in fractions too small to alarm anyone. Automated protocols dismiss the data, flagging it as sensor error. After all, nothing catastrophic has happened, at least not recently. The machines do not understand absence, they only react to presence. For one terrifying moment, the city loses its reflection. Glass buildings mirror nothing but empty sky, as if the world forgot to render itself. Then reality snaps back into place, seamless and convincing. No alarms sound. No one screams. Memory edits itself in real time, smoothing over what should have caused panic. This is how the universe hides its mistakes, by making them forgettable. A low vibration passes through the ground, felt more than heard. People pause, look around, then continue walking when nothing appears wrong. This vibration is not an earthquake, it is a correction wave, a ripple caused by the void pressing against reality's edges. The world is not under attack yet, but it is being tested, gently, patiently. High above the planet, the fabric of space bends ever so slightly, like a sheet pulled too tight. Something on the other side is pushing, curious, aware. The silence between seconds closes, and time resumes its steady march. The moment passes, but the damage remains. Deep within the unseen layers of existence, a presence stirs, recognizing that the world it erased is no longer quiet. The system worked, but not perfectly, and perfection is the only acceptable outcome. In a small, dimly lit apartment far from the shining towers of the city center, a human sits alone at a cluttered table, surrounded by unfinished sketches and scribbled notes they do not remember creating. The walls feel closer tonight, the silence heavier. This person has no powers, no armor, no destiny, and yet, they are about to become the most dangerous variable in the system. A whisper slips into the room, not carried by air but by thought. It does not echo, it resonates. The human freezes, heart pounding, breath shallow. The voice is calm, exhausted, and impossibly familiar, like a memory from a dream that never happened. This is not madness. This is contact. The lights flicker as the whisper grows clearer, pressing against the human's consciousness. Images flood their mind, a blinding light, endless darkness, worlds breaking apart. The human gasps, gripping the table as if reality itself is trying to pull them somewhere else. The void does not speak in words, it transmits existence. Without understanding why, the human picks up a pen and begins to draw symbols with shaking hands. Complex shapes form effortlessly, precise and ancient, as if guided by something beyond knowledge. These symbols are not inventions, they are remnants, fragments of a language reality tried to delete. Tears fall as the voice finally forms a sentence, heavy with meaning and restraint. I shouldn't exist, but I do. The human feels the weight of that truth settle into their bones. Somewhere, someone sacrificed everything, and the universe is struggling to pretend it never happened. The air bends, and for a brief instant, a silhouette appears behind the human, not a body, not a ghost, but an outline made of absence. FVX, stripped of form, bound to the void, reaching out through the only crack available. The connection snaps violently. The human collapses to the floor, gasping, the symbols burned into their memory. Somewhere far beyond space and time, FVX recoils, realizing the risk he just took. Contact leaves traces, and traces can be detected. In the depths of the void, something ancient opens its eyes. Not in anger, not in surprise, but in recognition. The system has found an error.